faces again. And we are very excited to get the Sales Tool Belt launched out here. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And like Joey mentioned, this is going to be available from your Agent Hub app. So you won't have to do anything else. So when this launches, which is going to be the beginning of July, we haven't firmed up the date. It is looking like maybe July 2nd with a hard push from us on July 6th when we're back from the holidays. But we'll say early July for that argument's sake. You won't have to do anything. You log into your Agent Hub and you'll have a Sales Tool Belt button right there available to you. So this is CCLM, but sort of in a different skin. So everything that you're going to do in Agent Hub in Sales Tool Belt is going to sync back to your CRM, back to your sales activity tracking, your SAT report, all of that stuff. And this really is an O1 focused app. So you guys are absolutely free to use it, but we do have some limits in terms of records. So 500 leads, 500 accounts, so on and so forth. So with that, it really is an O1 focused app. The goal of this app is to be quick, simple, big buttons, easy to use. That's the whole point behind it. So let me go ahead and pull up a test version of it to give you an example. So this is the app live here in my browser. We've got just 6 big buttons here on the screen. The My Day feature that Joey talked about, accounts, leads, open enrollments, and then activities and notifications. So let me start off here with our leads. If I open up our leads section, we'll have a list of our leads as our O1 agent. So right here we've got a list of our leads displaying a lot of quick information on the go if you need to see the decision maker, phone number, email address, and address right there. But probably the coolest thing about this are the buttons on the side. So you'll notice I've got a phone call, an email, and a routing button. If I tap the phone call button, that's going to open that phone number up in my dialer on my phone. I can make that call right from the app. And then when I return, the best part about it is it knows I just made a phone call. So guess what? We have a phone call approach that opens up for us. So all we've got to do is note if it was an initial approach or a follow-up. Did we make contact with the decision maker? Yes or no? And then description, optionally, you want to add some notes in there. You can do voice-to-text notes, so you don't have to sit there and type them out. So all right there, it knows you just made that phone call. Click that create button, and you've got that approach logged. So that's going to count in SAT for you and everywhere else in the system, that easy. Same thing with the email button. One tap. If it has an email address, it'll open up a brand new email for you with your native email app, so you can still add your attachments and all the other stuff. It'll have the name of the lead in there, and it'll have the email address right there. And also, finally, the routing button. So if you've got your GPS turned on and you tap that button, it's going to route you from your current location right to that lead or to that account. So just one tap routing, and that'll open in Google or Apple Maps. Another feature that we're working on, and I don't know if it'll load up for me here. Actually, we'll do it with accounts. Let me show you the accounts page. So again, we've got those quick button items here, so we can map to them. We can email them if there is one on file, and we can call them. So you notice some of them have phone call icons and others don't. But another really cool thing we have is this mapping feature at the top. So it's leads and accounts near me. So you can adjust the radius around you. This is going to take a second to load up, but it will actually display the leads and accounts that are within a 2, 3, 5, 10-mile radius of you, whatever you choose. And so if you're out prospecting 45 minutes outside of town and you want to go ahead and visit and follow up with some existing accounts, or you want to follow up with a lead that you've been working, you can see what's around you and do that four-corner marketing right there and hit up a couple of other places. So it takes a little bit to load here in our lower environment, but it will pull up that map. Even cooler, and we're having some issues here in the lower environment. I promise it'll work when we get it to production. But even cooler, you can tap that lead or that account, and it'll open it up in your Google or Apple Maps, and you can route there. So back on our homepage, My Day. So this one, I don't have anything in here for the current day, but any appointments, asks, phone calls, or in-persons that you've scheduled out in the future, those are going to show up here for the current day. So if I've got 4 appointments today and 10 tasks that I've created, and let's say 3 phone calls and 2 in-persons, Everything that's scheduled for today is going to show up right here in this view. So you've got a timeline of 9 o'clock, here's my appointment with XYZ lead. At 10 o'clock, here's my task reminder that I need to call this other lead or account. And you can go through here and you can see exactly what you've got for the day. Even cooler with this, if you've got 4 appointments today or 4 appointments in a row that you need to go to those places, you can check them all, and there's a Get Route button at the bottom. So it will actually route optimize for you. So if you've got a 9, 10, 11, and 12 o'clock appointment and you're at this location, it'll take the time of the appointment and the distance from you into consideration, and it'll find the best route to go between those 4 places for you. The other thing we're still working on right now, easy ways to mark your activities complete. So this is something that we haven't really driven before in CCLM, but we probably will once we get this out here. This is something that sales training has been wanting. So this is going to be resized. This is our development environment right now, so it'll look prettier when you guys see it. But you'll have quick buttons. You can just hit complete and mark your activities, your appointments complete. Yes, I did attend that appointment. Yes, I did make that call. Yes, I did whatever. So that'll be optional if that's something that you guys want to track as part of your strategy. That'll be available there. Also here, one thing I didn't mention, bulk activity, very important. So we have our bulk activity form. You can enter this on mobile. You've got all of your bulk approaches, DM contacts right here. Projections tab, you've got your projections for this week and next week. And then coaching finally, wins, focus for next week, this quarter number 1 goal, number of DMs with coordinator, and number of field hours with coordinator. So that's all right there from your bulk form. You can enter that and use it as many times as you need. And let's see. We've got our open enrollment. So I'll show you this, and I don't want to keep talking too much. I want to leave some room for some questions because we've got that hard cut off. But I do want to show you our existing account opportunities and how easy it is to schedule re-DMs and re-enrollments. So we've got our list of open enrollment plans here. If I open one up, it's as easy as clicking this calendar, choosing the date that you want to set your re-DM or re-enrollment for. So let's say the 26th, click OK. Set our time, so let's say we're going to do it at 2 p.m. And you can do the same thing for your re-enrollments, your post-enrollment. You can also enter notes in here. You can do voice to text, overall enrollment strategy notes. And then when you're finished, you can schedule one or all at the same time. Click your update button, and that's going to schedule your appointment, send it to SAT. It'll also send it to your calendar. So any of your appointments that you're scheduling in here, those are still going to schedule them and send them to your Outlook calendar. So all of that right there. And we still haven't really touched on everything either. We've also got our notes. So any of your notes that you've got on your leads, your accounts, your OE plans, those will be here as well. And you can add new ones. And I know I'm jumping around a little bit. Let me go back out to our leads and I'll show you our lead page really quick. So our lead page, pretty familiar. We've got our stages here at the top. We can add our decision makers. We'll get check marks as we're moving them through the stages. We can also make calls from right here and emails. We've got our referrals in here. So when you do create leads, or if you do have a referral type in here, so if we choose, let's say, our broker referral, we can enter what the broker writing number was or the name of the broker if we want. So we've got our referrals in here. And let's see what else we've got. A couple of other things. We've got SIC Express. We don't have the SIC forms built in, but that will be a future enhancement that we'll have. But for right now, if you have completed the SIC request through CCLM, we'll feed you back at least the account number, the IR number, and the rating in the meantime. But our goal is to have the SIC form built in here as well. So I think I've pretty much covered everything for the most part. What we're looking to, I guess, as part of phase 2 is a business card scanner. So we are going to add a business card scanner at some point this year within probably the next 2 months or so. Another thing we're also looking at is on-demand route optimization. So let's say your afternoon just cleared up and we're post-COVID and you want to get out there and visit 7 or 8 leads in person that you've got on your list. So you'll be able to go through and check those and just get that route. Even if you don't have an appointment form set or you haven't planned your day or anything, you'll be able to on demand get that route optimization. So that'll be part of phase 2, and then also third thing, part of phase 2 will be your account search, which is what's tied in with your do not contact list. So if you are out prospecting and you want to see what's already on the do not contact list or is an existing account, we'll have that built in here as well. So those are 3 big ticket items in addition to just tweaks and general improvements. So we're right there. I think we've got about 5 or so minutes left. Do you guys have any questions about anything I've shown you? You guys excited? We're really excited to get out. This has been like a year-long process, and I think this is probably actually the best opportunity to launch it is right now.
Did you say that it was going to launch July 6th? Is that what I heard?
That is firming up as the date. Yes, that's kind of when we're planning to really push it. So I hate to give those because we have to also go through like Agent Hub and Apple now, which we've never had to do. So we're kind of iffy on that with Apple.
It will be launched on July 6th. It will be covered in kickoff. The shit is launching July 6th.
I hope so.
I'm messing with you, Joe. But seriously.
Any other questions for Jordan while we've got him?
This is Mike McCarthy. I don't have any questions. I'd like to tell you that, in my humble opinion, and everybody has one, I guess, but in my humble opinion, this is the best thing I've seen with Aflac in a year and a half. I mean, believe it or not, my people spend more time out in the streets than on the telephones or in the office, 7 to 1. Something like this, I'm going to be a lot more effective at getting my people to consistently use and therefore incorporate a lot more CCLM usage. So I am really excited, really impressed with what you've done here.
So yeah, and it's a huge testament to how much you guys have really driven it and gotten people in there to use it. We actually hit over 8,000 unique users every month just recently. So we've actually never had a CRM in the company's history where we've gotten that many people to use it, and I think that's just because we really are trying to listen to you guys and get you guys what you need out there. So hopefully this is a big step in that direction.
Hey, Jordan, thank you. This is Brian Hanley. I just have a question for Mike McCarthy. What did you see a year and a half ago that was better than this?
Yeah, that's a good question. might be the best thing I've seen in 5 years.
All right.
It really is exciting. I normally try to stay pretty even keel, but this has genuinely got me jumping out of my seat because it's intuitive, it's user friendly, it's on the phones where they can use it quickly, easily. It just and yet it automatically feeds back into CCLM, so when they get home, it's there. I just think it hits all the right buttons perfectly. I'm just really impressed. I think it's fantastic.
It's simple.
It's Jillian. I was just texting Sats and joking around $150 billion in assets. Finally gave it to us. So, super excited. But this is number one for recruiting. Thank you.
Questions? You want questions? Are they going to send you guys over to work at CAIC after you're done here?
Yeah.
I knew that was coming, Mike. I knew that.
Any other questions for Jordan?